broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, good afternoon, all you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to another episode of a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives, right here at Edition Days on AfterBuzz TV. And we are in our brand new studio! And so, if you guys are watching, make sure you subscribe, like us on our Instagram and Facebook page at Edition Days. Also, we are now at a new time, 4 p.m. every Sunday. We'll start our soap block. It will be it will start off with Edition Days, and then it will go into a brand new show that is led by our one and only
James Lott Jr.
The GH Report. So if you are a General Hospital fan, make sure you tune in right after this show for the GH Report. Right. Also, in this show, we have not one, but 2 giveaways. We have a prize pack, which consists of a autographed photo of Cassie de Paiva. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I said it right.
You said it right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
An autograph from Billy Flynn, and also an ABC cover autographed by Melissa Archer and Jen Lilly. So one of you will win that, and then someone will have the pleasure of going to Flynn at the Falls.
Flynn at the Falls. We have a winner for that. Do you want me to announce it now?
No.
Wait till the end.
Okay,
we'll do it at the end.
You gotta watch the show.
Gotta tune in.
Yeah,
see
they
if
gotta
it's
tune
you.
in. Yeah. So let's get right into it because there's a whole lot going on. As you can see, the necktie killer has been revealed this week, so that's why we have on our red ties,
our neckties
and our all black. Hopefully you have yours on too.
Yes. We should have told everybody to watch in all black.
Watching all black.
Well, I put on our Instagram and Facebook
we're going to sit in silence for 30 seconds while you guys go through on something black.
That's all the time we have. And now it's time to start
Edition Days.
All right.
And let's kick things off with the big storyline.
Billy Flynn! Billy Flynn!
You're not gonna sing like that when you see him, are you?
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
I have a whole plane ride to calm my nerves.
I'm so worried about Billy Flynn.
I might have to drink on the plane.
Dear Billy Flynn.
You don't drink on the plane already? I'm like, hello.
Well, I have to, I don't want my husband to get in trouble, because I represent the company, so I don't want to be like,
I just hope Billy Flynn knows the number to 911 in Canada.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Sarah, is it 911 in Canada, or is it something else? Is it like 786 or something? We might need to look that up, Sarah.
Yeah, exactly.
Billy Flynn needs to look that up.
ASAP.
All right, so.
So Billy's on the run. Chad's on the run. Billy's probably on the run from me because I'm finding him in Niagara Falls. And Ben is revealed is the
necktie
killer. He had him tucked under the bed in a couple boxes that he had to go through.
I have to say something about that. Because I'm an organizer by trade, other than, I host every show on AfterBuzz, of course, but besides that, I'm a professional organizer. So when I saw him pulling everything out so nicely in all the bins, and there were clear bins, which you're supposed to use, I was like, the organizer in me was very proud of him being such an organized killer.
You would be proud of something like that.
I was like, oh my God, it was cute.
But I have a question for you guys. Do you really think that it's Ben that is the necktie killer?
No.
Makes no sense.
I think he was like, you know what? I remember I have that box of a lot of ties underneath my bed. I should probably get rid of those so I don't become a suspect. I think that's what we saw.
You think so?
I think he's just very concerned about fashion, and he's like, red ties aren't in Salem right now.
What's so funny with the red ties, because back in the 80s, you guys are a little too young for this, but when I had this tie I have on right now, I've had since 87.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And back then it was called the power tie. You wore a red tie to show you had power. They used to call it the Reagan era tie. It was like a big.
Now you wear a 6-inch stiletto heel.
I do. And the wig's in the closet. Long, straight wig, of course. That's another story. But I just love that. I always think of red ties, things like that era. It was like it meant power. So this necktie killer, power over women. Because he's only killing women so far.
Right.
So there's something there. But I don't think it's bad. I just don't really think...
It's too easy. And the fact that, everything that they kept posting about is like, you're going to be shocked. You're never going to believe it. And I'm like, as soon as they showed it, I was like, not shocked, believe it. Like, I was like, it just wasn't... And I had a long talk with a good friend of mine the other day. We were texting about it because he didn't know, and then when I knew, and we were texting, he said, "Well, don't tell me who it is." Like with you,
yes. And we knew because fans tweeted us.
Saw I actually started unfollowing some of the Days spoiler pages, so it's not on my feed anymore.
Okay.
I'll go to the pages and read stuff, but I just don't want it popping up because it popped up one day and I was on like Monday or something. Somebody ruined it for me. I don't know. And this was my other thing with it being Ben is if there are going to be more killed.
Yeah.
And unless Chad doesn't get arrested, we don't know if he's going to actually stay on the run or whatever. But it's like there's no other person. Like it just doesn't make sense. Why would they kill more people?
Right.
Does that mean you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they think it's Chad. And even if it was Chad, why would he continue to kill people? Like, oh, I'm gonna get a couple more years tacked on him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. It's a little too iffy for me.
See, I agree with some folks here online. Willa Sargent, Rotor 13, a bunch of people on here saying they think it's Daniel, and that this is some kind of just like a diversion for us. To think it's bad.
There was that shot of Daniel over the bed that was kind of creepy.
Well, because originally when he walked in, Marlena saw him as the killer.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden she came to
all.
And was like, and it was that creepy light.
But she saw him as the killer or she saw just him in the dark?
No. She's like as as if the killer was like, "Oh, you made it. Let me finish." Yeah. And then suddenly she came to, and it was Daniel's face.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
so, and it was creepy.
I would have screamed if I woke up and that was on my face.
But yeah, I mean, it was just. I just think it's a little. I mean, in one way, if you're going with their thinking, it is kind of a shock because Ben's the good guy. And I'm saying. I'm trying to think of Days of Our Lives.
He's kind of been going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
A little bit, yes.
And he's been almost taken back to Florida because of stuff he's done.
Are you allowed to say stuff?
I can say stuff.
Yes, you can say stuff. Yes, you can say stuff.
Where's our? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, "Where's our camera?"
Our camera's right there. Yes.
It's a whole new space for me.
Live studio, live.
That's not in a good place for me. We might need to move that. Okay. If it says anything to me, will you just tell me?
I will let you
know. Yeah, I don't know. And he and Chad and Abby were awfully like.
Okay,
I mean, there was like no question.
First of all, like the whole blow up, which I kind of had to put together because let me tell you, the Pope's arrival just kind of messed up.
I know,
and I never even went back to watch the full episodes. I was like, I'm not either.
Well, I did. There was one episode where like it didn't click on for like 30 minutes.
Half an hour.
It
was half an hour.
I was like, I can't miss that much.
He's dedicated, folks.
And then it was like the next day.
I had a different philosophy. I was like, 30 minutes.
Me too.
Oh well, that's 30 minutes.
The next day it was like 10 minutes. But then when it came to, it was like I'm gathering that Ben walked in on Chad and Abigail and like he was touching her, and Ben has kind of flipped out, called off the engagement, all that kind of stuff. But
did he call off the engagement?
Oh yeah, he went off on her.
Yeah,
He was like, totally. In a way, I was like, you're kind of smart because you're picking up on Chad and Abby.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, how did you miss it? It was actually pretty good.
Was it before the 30 minutes?
No. It was the next day after the 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, after the 10 minutes. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And so...
Well, I mean, in the next 30 minutes, that's another tray of pizza rolls at my house. Sorry about it. DOOL.
Well, and then, it just... I kind of feel like if he is the killer, if Ben is the killer, the reason being is because he just will not confess to Abigail that he knows that Chad and her slept together.
Right.
And he's festering that, and that fester has now turned into crazy, and that crazy is now going off and killing people because he wants to
there have been people that have upset me. It did not make me go out and kill people.
Listen.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything, but yes, in my past. But yeah.
Did you guys, oh my gosh, so when Abigail was helping him.
On the docks?
On the docks.
I love the docks.
I love that the docks are back.
Yes.
You don't even understand how much.
And it's a different dock too.
It's a different dock. It's like the different end.
It's like updated.
The other end.
Updated.
Yes.
But when she took him to like the hidden place where Jack hid, and then on the dock he confessed like that he loved her. I was just like, y'all are doing too much this week.
They're going fast.
It's like tugging at my little heartstrings.
And
Okay. In the hospital when Chad talked to Abigail and then got in the elevator and the elevator door, and right before the doors closed he like touched his heart. I sent that to Mark and I said that's Billy Flynn's secret way of saying I love you, Lorraine Love.
Yeah. Well, what was funny was somebody, I don't remember who it was, somebody tweeted it too before you said it. Like, was that a secret message to you, Mark? So I was like, I hope it was. And don't even get me started on slow-mo Chad.
Oh, that was hilarious. He was going over.
When he came around the corner and he was just like...
It was like, I was like, this is my proof that this man is meant for bigger and better things. Yes. Oh my God. I literally sat up in my bed. I was like, shut up!
I just laughed.
Just him coming around that corner, I was just like... Minority Reports.
Yeah.
He's going to replace Tom Cruise. Oh, my heart.
I laughed. The one part I did like is I did like that Abby took charge, actually. It was just like, no, you are not leaving.
You're not leaving.
I'm going to help you. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
And it was like, it made you kind of root for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like, okay, now I'm rooting for you guys, kind of. It was like, it's really working that way, and I really like that. And I also like that Chad remembered a little something. That he followed.
Yeah, he's starting to get memories.
He remembers
the crazy man on the dock.
So they're going fast. They're moving along.
They definitely are. I will agree to that. We talked a little bit before we were on air about whether we like or dislike the new writing and stuff. Yeah, we'll get to that more later. I do like that stuff moves faster.
Yes.
I feel like it's almost overwhelming at times of the stuff that's going on. There's so much going on now. Like I can't just sit and make my pizza rolls and kind of pay attention.
Because you'll miss something.
Because you're gonna miss it.
Yeah. I did want to say I was upset with Chad because after
I'm not listening.
After you can still hear me without the song.
You can. It's like this.
So no, I can't.
When he came around the corner and he walks in and Marlena is being choked by the necktie killer, like I wanted him to almost go after him.
Yes,
and then also I wonder
he did. Well, he ran into him and like knocked him into the door.
Well, he's kind of
ran into him. He fell back. The necktie killer still had a chance to like.
Oh, you mean run?
I mean, it's
run after him instead of going after Marlena.
Like,
You wouldn't save Marlena. You would go running after this man.
But okay, so he's the killer.
I'm gonna tell Deidre Hall.
He's the killer though. Like you are like the prime suspect.
Yeah,
obviously,
but now this is
not
the second time he saved Marlena's life.
Yes.
FYI.
Well, until Marlena came to and was like, "You're the killer."
She'll figure it out. She'll hypnotize herself.
Wow.
She'll figure it out.
Hypnotize herself.
No, it doesn't bother me that he didn't go after him. Because it might have because if you get thrown against the door, she said, "Speak into it, not lay on it."
I mean, how far do you want me into the mind?
I like she wrote into you. I love that. It's so big.
Okay.
What was I? No, I was gonna say that getting slammed into the door, like you know what I mean? Like that's one of those moments where I don't think it's that unexpected that.
And no one in the hospital saw him. No one in the hospital saw him.
Well, that I thought was weird. That there was a guy, a hood, like a masked man running to the hospital, and nobody was like
noticing. Yeah.
Hey,
and someone was just like,
And then Clyde running through the park, like to throw us off.
Yeah, like who? I
was like, breath. Guys, you're not fooling anybody.
No, I don't think it's Clyde.
Maybe Jen, but not us.
I don't think it's Clyde. And that was creepy between him and Jen. It was creepy.
Just to touch on that, Jen, stop looking so scared around Clyde because you know stuff about him.
And she keeps having that memory of the bullet.
Yeah.
I'm like,
stop that.
Turn it.
Stop that.
Is that pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah. People. Someone typed.
Did I piddle?
You did. Someone typed hashtag Eric the Killer. Eric.
I don't know. I still think it's going to be somebody. It's going to be somebody that people not that people don't like Ben,
Right.
but I think that's why I think it's going to be.
It's Carolyn.
Or Carolyn.
And Sean told her to do it.
Carolyn's going a little cuckoo for Cocoa
Carolyn's
Puffs.
done too. She's the big get on her nerves.
Yeah.
The people get on. People get on her nerves. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta go.
Look, you know I'm all about that.
You are. I got to have a stroke.
Yeah,
Trying to get you away from me.
Maybe. Oh my gosh! I just had an idea.
What?
What if it's Melanie?
People on chat are talking about Melanie right now. It's so
I
funny.
would love it. Almost as
Look at
much.
these.
That would be
Okay.
random.
Well, we'll get to tidbits later. I think this
Yes.
is in tidbits,
Yes.
so I'll save some of my opinions about
Yes,
this
put it down.
person. For
So
after
before we get to our next segment, I just want to tell people out there because I've seen it noticed in here. Yes, I have a new look. They said somebody said I look really younger, so thank you. I'll take it. But I actually shaved off my goatee by accident.
Grown man.
And this is 8 months of growth for me.
For him. And mine was 4 years I had a goatee. So I look really, oh, thank you. Somebody said I look dapper.
Marissa
so.
in the booth. Hey, Marissa.
Hi,
So,
Marissa.
thank everybody out there for saying I look younger because I'm
She's
old.
down around the block now. She's not even in
Yeah, I know,
the
it's
same
not
room
anymore.
with us.
So I just want to get because people were saying that. So okay, so Bo, Steve, Kayla, Hope, Aiden. I mean, there were so many people crossing over this week. People were crossing people's storylines, and I was just like, this is amazing. But one small thing I do want to just mention about that storyline is that Hope asked Kayla to be her matron of honor.
Yeah, I thought that was that surprised me that she didn't ask Jen.
Me too.
Because I think Jen was before, wasn't
Okay,
she?
so wait. Okay, help me.
Okay.
With weddings.
Yes, I can tell you.
Is there a difference between maid and matron?
Yes.
Yes. Well, matron's married. Maid is
Because
not
you're married.
Oh, okay.
And maid
If
is
that
your
person
single.
is married. I would be a matron of honor. You would be a maid of honor.
So the
Because
thing,
as a married lady.
So the thing is with Kayla though, I guess she's still officially married to Steve, or because of her stature, she's divorced. I guess she'd be matron still.
I guess.
She's older.
technically.
Still,
Yeah.
matron. But I thought it'd be Jen also. That's one of her best friend cousin.
It's like her number
BFF.
one. Yeah.
Maybe Hope is the next necktie
Well,
killer,
I was
and
going to
no, Jen
say,
ain't gonna be there.
I just read on here, it was Loretta, I mean, I would love it. Loretta Johnson on the chat roll said she thinks it may be somebody from the past that's not airing now that
Is
is
the
going to be
killer?
revealed. Like they're going to come.
That's what I feel, too.
Chloe, maybe. She's coming back.
Chloe. Oh, not Nadia. No. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm just throwing stuff out there.
You are reaching for the stars.
I'm just throwing stuff out.
Yes.
I still think it's Daniel.
Now, here's the funny thing. There were several bombshells that came out through this storyline.
I'm afraid I'm going to spit on it.
That's fine. He's fine. Well, Stefano fired Aiden, finally. Called him in and was like, where's that check?
Oh, I know.
Oh, hilarious. Where's that check?
Yeah, and Aiden's like,
And I love. Okay, go ahead.
okay, but once again, something else that annoyed me was
Okay.
the fact that once again they were trying to show that Aiden was going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden it's kind of like, nope, we're not going with the plan. Really? You've come so far,
Right.
and now you're just gonna like, nope. Like who
Right.
does that?
It doesn't. It
doesn't make sense.
That's one of the things that I don't like.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
And I don't care. Like, I feel like they're doing stuff. Like they're giving people, and I can't even really think of an example. So just bear with me.
Yeah.
But I
we've
feel
been
like
doing that since January.
that I feel like people are just getting lines and stuff because of who they are, because of their been on
Yes.
forever and
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
fine. Again,
Yes.
I'm all for liking that people are back, but I don't want people just to have lines and to be on air to have it. And I just feel like that is kind of the situation with
Okay.
Aiden. Is like they clearly want to get rid of him.
Right.
They're clearly steering Hope towards Rafe,
Yes.
which again, I will say it again, is weird to me since Bo's coming back. So
And
I
you've done
feel
this
like
whole build
Bo-
up with Aiden.
and
yeah.
it just the whole I think just dropping the ball with Aiden is kind of annoying. And I don't know. I just still have a feeling Bo's not staying for long because I just really feel like they're gearing up for a Hope and Rafe pairing.
Listen, I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just know one thing. It just doesn't make sense to me how Stefano had a plan and now he's just like, nope, we're going to abandon it. And now we don't know what the whole point of it was.
No, we don't. Not at all. But I know that sometimes the soap writers, new soap writers, maybe they said they didn't like the storyline, cut it.
that
happens.
And that's what they're doing.
Right. So for us fans and watchers, we kind of have to deal with it in a weird way because there's no full circle, there's no closure, there's no follow through.
Right.
But I understand they're trying to just say, never mind. Maybe they're like, that didn't work, so we're just getting rid of it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
With Aiden?
Yeah.
But the thing is that this is the thing is they're so far in advance. It's not like they're like, oh, we're gonna go this way. Oh no, we changed our mind. Like that's really quick to change your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it wasn't like it's 3 months later and then they're like, okay, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Let's just change course. It's a matter of a week, and it's completely changing course. Which is again, it's like a little give and take. I still haven't figured out how I feel.
Right.
IDK.
I mean, I do love more Billy Flynn.
Oh my God.
For the record.
Anyway, so no, okay. So
I would love to see more Maxine.
Yeah. Where is she? Like, where is she?
I know. I let
she's on some rounds. She's like on some rounds.
A little spark under her.
I know she's on some rounds. So Steve was another part of the storyline was that Joey secretly was on the plane.
Yes. Seen that before.
We've seen that before.
Melanie.
Oh yes,
At least he didn't get tangled up in a inflatable raft.
And I thought it was okay. So I have to say this.
Daquan.
The whole Steve Kayla thing. I loved seeing the flashbacks.
Yes.
It brought me right back. There were a couple that I was really invested in back then. Mm-hmm. I wasn't invested in all of them, but that was one of them that I was really, Bowen Hope, of course. But I was invested in Steve and Kayla because it's such an interesting storyline with them. And I always liked Kayla. I was always a Kayla fan. So it was great to see them back in the day and him explaining it through flashbacks to Joey, kind of filling in new viewers who may not know what's going on.
Yeah.
Old viewers like us who are like, oh, yeah. And now Joey sees what it is of Patch and Kayla, like he's seeing it, hearing it, and he was like, Kayla, I have Joey. And I was like, good.
Yeah. No, that was
They're
good.
drawing them together, so it's good. I love that. I love Steve and Victor's exchange. Because Victor at first was like, I don't believe you, you're crazy, you're just trying to get back with your family.
Oh, this was the week before.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Wasn't it?
Well,
it was this week.
This week he's been on the plane the whole time.
No, on Monday. He was finishing up with Steve, and that's when they showed these iPad thingies and said, that's not Britta Uckland, which was a whole other storyline back in the day.
Okay, which made me go, who's Britta, and how is she attached to this whole like knives club?
I thought it was going to be, what's her name?
Who?
The other one that's coming back.
Who?
With the Steve and Kayla storyline. What's her name?
Who?
She played Nicole's sister.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah.
No,
well, we don't know if she's coming back as Taylor or Ava.
No, she's coming back as Ava.
Oh, Ava. She's coming back as Ava.
That's why I thought when they was like, oh, it's someone else in the picture, that was my first thought of, oh, it's going to be her. And then when they showed it, I'm like, oh, they didn't really look like her. And then when I saw her, I was like, okay, that's definitely not her.
Now, for me, because I watched the show back then.
And I drank a lot while I'm watching it. So.
Yeah, it's quite good. I watched the show back then, and so when they showed the image, I was like, that does look like Britta, but younger. And I was thinking, that girl must be older now. Oh my God!
They say that on days. You can say that.
Bitch.
They say it on days.
That bitch is old now. And I was thinking, no, she looks too young to be the actual actress who played. The actual actress who played Britta was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh,
are you saying this woman isn't?
No, but she's younger. I was thinking, this was talking 30 years ago when she was on.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this the daughter?
Yeah, well, it's revealed to the daughter, Claudia, the daughter. But when I first saw the image, I was like, I was taken back to because, and go to our Facebook page, Dish and Days, and we actually posted the whole story of Steve, Britta, and Bo. It's very important to watch because there's one story point that changed everything.
You should tell me when you do this.
I did. Actually,
no. I was just saying, like, Mark, you might want to read that.
I didn't.
Put the pizza rolls down, Mark.
I did today. So
I saw that you posted something.
Well, I feel like
maybe like an exclamation point on that text. Mark, attention, Mark. Put down the pizza rolls. Important information to follow.
Well, I kind of felt like the fact that they brought that up was an important fact, because then as it played out, like, again, she was playing the daughter.
Yes.
It's not a real tattoo.
Right.
And she was only given a phone number and gave to Bo. And then
a year ago, she still has the phone.
She wrote it down.
Girl, you know how much? Ask my husband. I write a lot of stuff down and lose it in a week.
Yeah.
A year ago, she wrote it down and she still has it?
Well, let's refer to James, the super organizer. I'm sure you have something from a year ago that you know exactly where it is.
No,
I do.
Because you probably tucked it.
Boom.
No, I have all neatly
cleaned
organized.
it out.
Boom.
I'm all neatly organized.
So maybe she's a super organizer.
She's-
and she had it.
She's gonna have a spinoff.
Like, a year isn't too bad. I say 3 or 4 years are a problem. A year is not too bad.
Well, that's So, and then it turns out that it was to a monastery in Mexico.
Yes.
And and that was the last
And
time.
Bo looks good for being, is real age in real life and working that out, being all tied up.
Okay, first of all,
Willa said on here that he is not back for good. He's
not
just
back for
back
good?
for days 15.
Oh, so there you go.
He's retired.
he has a young daughter, so he's been supporting his young daughter, and his wife Kelly Moneymaker is a singer, and he's been supporting
but
that.
I felt like I read before it was announced that he was officially coming back that he was open to coming back.
I read that also.
But
That's what I
they
read.
were so far along that there was no way to integrate him.
Yeah, no, I heard that too. I heard he was wanting to come back.
So I'm just gonna pretend like we don't know whether he's there for good or not because I haven't seen anything written on how long he's gonna be there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just
So you think Willa's lying?
I don't think Willa is lying.
That was for you, Willa.
I just feel like we are not sure as to what is going to
contract.
transpire.
Yeah.
I'll get my hands on his contract. I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
Now, another great pop point of this we should mention because Steve and Victor talked about this because it ties into Bo because Bo had left with Caroline for treatment and stuff.
Yes.
Right.
That she doesn't have Alzheimer's.
Right.
She has something that's like it.
Similar.
That's like it.
Adjacent, as you would say. Alzheimer's adjacent.
Don't give me that look. I live in Beverly Hills.
Adjacent.
Beverly Hills.
So apparently it's like a neurological thing,
Yeah, right.
like a brain thing.
So this whole Dr. Salinas and all that stuff, but it's all
Yes.
kind of tied. It's all tied together somewhat. I mean,
Yeah.
But Bo's in Mexico, so he's in Mexico.
Well, and
Mexico.
Here's the thing, so Bo has been missing for years.
Yes.
So you just now decided to start doing push-ups and pull-ups so that you can get stronger, so that you can
Kill the cute hunky guard.
which still didn't do
work.
anything because he ended up looking like Hannibal Lecter.
I wrote that down.
The,
Bo was like Hannibal Lecter. That's what I wrote down.
Oh, with the thing on his. Yeah, that was kind of.
We have
over
one
the
more
top.
thing to do. And they have a knife. So I'm like, what is that going to do?
I
Cut
think
off
you're the
something?
only one working right now. Mine just stopped.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, people are talking about the whole Brita storyline.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, I think that's definitely important. I like the fact that Steve is going with his gut and saying that
they were best
we have to go
friends.
find him.
They were best friends.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to go after your best friend. You're going to do it. And now they're starting to even Hope is starting to think, well, me, because Kayla's like coming over to the side.
Well, because Kayla was like, I think he's onto something.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
it's like, oh, thank
Yeah.
you for naming me your matron of honor, but honey, Steve's gone.
And to get
to
my
look
brother.
for Bo.
Yeah.
To get my brother.
And I think he's onto something.
She did say it like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I think, and Steve played the harmonica for a minute. I kind of like that.
You like that? I was like, come on, okay.
Joey was
just
like-
write an article that he knows how to play the harmonica. You don't need to prove it to
I
me.
just like Joey when he was like, what song is that? I was like, I want to know too. Because who just randomly comes out and like,
I hate stuff like that.
How?
I hate stuff like that.
I
Like, if
bet
it was
I
if there
bet
was
if
a
Billy
point.
Flynn whipped out a harmonica and started
all into it.
toot, you would be okay.
Tooting.
I might be more okay with it.
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I think it's a little over the top.
Well, I just felt like maybe that was just part of his thing, like sweetness.
Well, I don't know.
James, can you confirm that?
I'll confirm that later. Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right.
no.
Well, we will continue to see how this transpires.
Yes.
Maybe Bo will be back next week. I don't know.
Who knows, right? Yeah, who knows?
So, a new arrival, one of
Yes.
the newest arrivals, is Eduardo.
Eddie,
who is Paige's father.
And big reveal.
Eve's
Ex-husband.
baby daddy.
Yes, he went by
they were
Larson back
married.
then. They were married. They were by Larson back then.
But then, dun dun dun, and one of like the mini reveals that happened this week.
There were a lot
You
of
didn't know
reveals.
this?
What?
I didn't know it
that
until
that
the-
he was Rafe's.
Yes.
Not until they said it.
Yeah, me too.
And
You
I didn't
really didn't know? They wrote that.
No, I had read he's coming on, but I didn't read he was.
No, I knew before he came on that yes, he was. It was Rafe, but then I didn't know they were going to do like Paige and Rafe. And
Oh, I mean,
like,
like that, exactly, right.
Oh,
I know.
you didn't know? I
The Paige
feel like I
thing,
read that.
I know the Page thing.
It was
was-
all a shock to me.
Really?
me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
But also talking about moving fast, how quickly they didn't like. Because
Dwell on
normally
it.
days
No.
will be like, it's like 2 weeks and be like, you still don't know that's your daddy?
You're right, exactly.
But it was, all happened quickly.
Homegirl doesn't know yet.
Yeah,
Gabrielle.
she doesn't know.
No,
Gabby
She
doesn't-
dropped the.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
'Cause
Across the way.
You're the only
Even
sir.
though it's right at my feet.
You're
Right.
the only guy. Right. Let me tell you something, Days Riders. That could have been me.
And you're always walking around there.
I spent my time in Horton Town Square. I could have went over and picked up that little doll for Gabby. It could have been me. But I like how, like, out of all the people, it's like her. I wonder what her reaction is going to be.
I know. Because she'll know. He said she'll know him.
Because Rafe is the only person that obviously knows
Right.
who he is.
Because they mentioned Dario.
Rafe? No,
they mentioned
Eve knows.
Dario. They
They
mentioned
mentioned
Dario.
Dario.
Yeah,
He's
they
in
mentioned Dario.
Argentina.
But I love how
We should get him in.
I've spoken
definitely.
I've spoken to him about coming in.
Yeah.
Okay. But he didn't mention Ariana, though.
Francisco?
So I was shocked.
I call him Pepe.
Me too. Francisco San Martin.
I always takes me a second to remember his real name. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he got a lot of churn in Salem.
He does. And A. Martinez is so good. I'm a big fan of his.
He is
Santa Barbara.
so good.
Santa Barbara,
Like,
LA Law. He's been around for 100 years.
He
He's so good.
is, I mean, I was literally just watching him like, you go.
You have chemistry with Eve. You have
He's
chemistry with
so
Kate.
good.
Chemistry with Kate.
That whole thing with Kate.
the
something's gonna happen
Google
there.
eyes across the room.
And it was Kate that started
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, who liked
She's a man. She's a man.
Kate and Eve's little connection that
I
they
did.
had.
That was
I
cute.
thought-
And then how she was almost like, girl, I know you did what I used to do because, honey, I did it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I know. I did like the little bonding moment.
That
I
was
thought,
a bonding
and
moment.
she's
I
two
feel like
great
Kate's
actors together,
bonding
too.
with everybody.
She
these
is
days,
kind of, I know.
Which I don't like. You know, I don't like when they get all nicey.
Oh, well, she has
Well-
an edge to her still, kind of. I mean,
I'm trying to reconnect. I don't know if are you connected yet?
No, I haven't been connected this whole time. So I
I
gave
was,
up.
and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Miranda Martin says they should have cast someone like Eddie to play the role of Clyde. So I think they should have Eddie play Clyde. He's
Well,
good.
but I like. I mean, we'll see what happens with Eddie.
I mean, listen, James Reed, who plays
Yeah.
Clyde, has now he now has the look and
Feels.
feel
I agree.
of a very
Yeah.
Victor and Stefano are evil,
Yes.
but like this man is evil.
Yes,
yeah.
I
So
agree.
I
Yeah.
now get that.
I was gonna say before my thing shut down here, Dylan Matthews said something that I thought was quite interesting. They were talking about Eve in the chat room and when she's leaving and stuff like that, and he said he thinks, which I think might be kind of not cool, but that he thinks that Eve will commit suicide.
Oh my gosh! Now that would be
That would be intense.
yeah.
That would be intense.
Now, I have to say, I mean, Cassie DePiero has been bringing it.
She has.
These last
Yeah,
2-3
she
weeks,
has.
homegirl, and I told her online too. She was like, "Thanks." She has been she has no makeup on, you know, all
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
her eyes look dried out, like she
Yeah.
really been crying for
Yeah.
real for
Yeah.
weeks.
Well,
Yeah.
she's probably still crying from being here.
Oh no, Cassie, you know you love us. But I just thought it was just a really. I just think that Eddie has chemistry with everybody. Him and Rafe will be really interesting to see how far they go because Rafe's just like, I'm not having it. I'm not having you. Bye bye. I raised the kids or whatever. I was part of the family.
Yeah.
But it's interesting they did a thing where they have two families going on. That here's a guy who had two separate families and left them both.
Yeah.
Paige has siblings.
Yeah.
And
that
she's dead.
she's not ever gonna know about.
Yeah.
That is so. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It is really sad. So I mean, yeah, people agree with us. Clive is working. Tracy, Willa, Hayward, they're all he's starting to really work. So as an actor, I think.
Yeah.
So it's working.
for
So
him. Good.
yeah, and so they had Lucas run. I was like, "Where's Lucas?" And he runs up with his like new hairdo, trying to play basketball with it. That was kind of funny.
That one little
I
random.
wonder
scene.
if that was intentionally put in because he did something to his hand,
Yeah, 'cause
and
he
they
had
had
to-
to add
I
something
think they
to
did.
make it so that he hurt himself.
He did hurt himself.
Yeah,
What did he
because
do?
let me tell you, he did not look like he was playing basketball, got hurt, and
Right.
then was in the same clothes.
right.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, come on.
I will say this: they do change clothes a lot more than they used to, which
They do,
kinda
yeah.
thrills
They do.
me.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Mostly
good.
because I don't usually like what Abby's wearing. So
Me neither. I don't.
Someone
Really.
else sent me a message and was like, "Someone needs to get on Abby's stylist," and I was like,
although all the girls
looks
from the
fine
show
to
that
me.
have been here, when we've commented on it, they're like, "Oh, I love how she looks." So
Me too.
I don't know.
She has that just that
just
hipster
doesn't
look.
do it for me.
Kendra John says the former hookers bonded.
they did.
We didn't want to go there like that, but yeah, that's
But they
kind
did.
of they both
They
were
did.
hookers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even and I loved her. Are we getting to this next? The Kate
say it.
and Nicole.
Oh yeah,
That
you know
hug.
what? I
Oh, we
did.
put that on
Was
there,
that
yeah.
last week or was that this
No,
week?
it was this week. I
It
wrote
was
down
this week?
Teresa, Nicole, Kate Brady. It was
Yeah.
their conversation. We can talk about it now, I guess. Their
Yeah,
conversation
yeah.
was hilarious. Kate, I wrote it down. Here's what Nicole brought. Okay, kids, hold on to your hats. Nicole confronts Kate, and she brought up her past. You drugged my brother Brandon.
Oh, I know. I love
You
this.
drugged Sammy.
Yeah.
You held Daniel hostage. You nearly killed Stefano. You tried to cover up Nick's death, and you almost killed Lucas in the fire. And the way Kate was just
But
looking,
she didn't
just
mention
like,
Chloe.
She didn't mention
Kayla Coley.
But she said, but the funny fact is that they had Kate not say nothing. She was like,
She's like, yeah, I did that, which is why you should have me a part of the
Right, exactly.
Exactly. Right.
Exactly.
I'm a ruthless.
You just gave all the reasons why you should keep me.
Well, while we're on all of that, I really thought that even though poor Teresa has no earthly clue about business,
Nothing.
When she was just like, well, Basic Black started with a little black dress, and I think we should update it and modernize it, and we should do da-da-da-da, and it made them go, okay, we see what part you're gonna play. Like we're gonna be about CPs and numbers and all that kind of stuff, but you're gonna be like the visionary person that's gonna
create content.
Yeah. So I'm kind of liking this. Nice
I'm liking this part. I do.
Basic Black.
I do.
Do you think it's gonna stay the three of them?
I think now that it's the reveal of Kate. First of all. Will people please stop pretending like they're gonna leave the Kiriakis mansion and then come back?
Well, and I will say this though, I actually like that she went to the phone and was like, I'm gonna look, because I feel like they could do that more. Like I feel like people just don't look at the phone or they don't read stuff like that. But I actually liked that she was like, okay, no, I'm gonna see who the hell you were just talking.
Right.
Like everything's there.
There's
And
the
then
password
somebody
protection.
also answered the phone and said, they're like, hey, it's so and so. I'm like, yeah, I saw it. Who did that? Somebody on the show did that. And I was like, thank you.
Right.
It's like we ever don't know who's calling us in 2015.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So I actually have been enjoying that they've been doing
And
this
Brady was a
together.
little nicer to Teresa. They had a nice little moment because they had nothing to do with anything but just the work.
You know what storyline I want them to drop is the one where Teresa's consistently trying to get Brady.
I want her to
we've
been saying that for a while.
I want
I
her
agree
to
with
just
you.
now focus on being a fashion designer and living her dream.
We don't have a clock time.
I'm keeping it.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching on here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I agree with you. I wish they just dropped that part and say, let's have her be her own businesswoman, or a designer, and then maybe we'll give her a man at some point for her, her efforts.
Yeah. I mean, listen, with all the new arrivals in Salem,
she can get somebody.
They'll figure out somebody.
Yeah. Speaking of new arrivals, that's a great segue. So we have some new people that came new and old people who came into Salem. I'm going to start out actually with the old person because it's so great to see him. He also returned for General Hospital's 50th anniversary when he played Victor Cassadine. Andre Demir is back. Teo Pengeles is back, and he's so slipped right in easily, didn't he? Just he just
walked right in.
Well, okay. It was just kind of like he said like. Well, I don't know what his opening line was, but it's like suddenly he was just there, and I was like, "Wait a minute!"
He just slipped in. He was like, and someone was like,
"I wasn't expecting that."
Yeah,
but I
like that. That's how they're doing it.
Actually,
like real life.
Stefano was more like with his oxygen mask.
Yeah, he was.
Don't even get me started with that. Don't even
Joe
get me started. I love Joe.
Yes.
Make that a hashtag. I love Joe.
Yes. Don't start. Don't start.
You know that my booty is sitting there cracking up.
I know you were.
They found a way to put him in a wheelchair.
Yes, I know. Poor thing. Oh my god. He's so bad.
I'm like,
They rolled him in. They rolled him in.
We're gonna give you some oxygen just in case.
They rolled him in.
He just had a heart attack.
Yes. Hello.
That's some
But
funny.
anyway, and Andre brings a different flair of all of his kids because he's kind of dangerous. And even Stefan was like, I really can't contain you either. And he's also that debonair quality. He's also carries himself a certain way.
Yeah.
And even Stefan was kind of like, you need to go. Like, you shouldn't be here. You need to go. I had forgotten that we figured out he was the biological son and Tony's the cousin. Like, it was the reverse or whatever.
Oh.
Or sorry, nephew or something.
They're not twins?
They're not twins. Not that I know of.
I thought they were twins.
Tell me, are they twins? Anybody out there, if you see it, you can tell me. I don't think
thought
they
they
are.
were twins.
I don't think they're
Because-
twins.
because-
I thought they were
thought-
twins. I don't remember the.
Because I thought
It's
there
so
was a
convoluted.
storyline where they thought Tony had died, but it was actually Andre
remember that.
because they were.
I thought they were
twins.
looking like cousins.
Oh.
So at home, please remind me because that's one storyline that keeps
I don't
me.
have lookalike cousins. I have a twin, and I don't even.
Right, right.
Where
Same
did you
here.
get
that?
And so, but I like that he came in, so he was really good. Secondly, we got Lainey came.
Lainey!
Which I almost forgot. She's the same actress who was on All My Children,
Yes.
the reboot. I loved her as Cassandra. And I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, that's her. It took me a second to get that together.
Well, let me tell you
Tell
what
me.
she did that kind of just made me go, I've been pushing for me to be on the show.
Okay.
And she arrives at the Salem PD a day early.
Yes.
And she goes over to the pictures. Yes. And we all know she's not linked to Roman Brady, but she looked up and she's linked to Abe. And I thought to myself, if they bring her in as a kid, I'm going to be up. But then I thought to myself,
at least it's not Maxine's.
Well, no. Well, this is how we can spin it.
Okay. He always writes it, so go on.
She comes in first looking for her father, because listen, she black, A black. Like, let's not pretend like.
Right. We know what's going on here. We know what's going on here.
So I feel like this is the storyline in my head. She has returned to find the family that she does not know. And she has returned to Salem first. And she's going to be the one that finds Abe first, but we don't know the mom yet. Then arrives Maxine's son.
There you go.
Who comes to Salem Hospital under like a residency or something like that.
Right.
And then I know that Lainey is there and we know each other because we're brother and sister. And she's found the father. And I'm like, oh, that's the daddy. And I'm like, well, I know who our mom is. And it's Maxine.
All right, done.
So Abe and Maxine don't know that they had sex and had a kid together? Two kids together?
They do. And it's going to be revealed in a flashback how it all happened.
Then I live in Beverly Hills.
Adjacent. I mean, I'm just saying, write that down, people.
Okay.
Write that down.
Okay.
Write that
Lady
down.
will be able to start.
Maybe Josh and Dina are listening.
So everybody is okay. So everybody, I'm getting mixed things too because they're like they're cousins. Andre was made to look like Tony, kind of. They weren't identical at first. I remember all these different storylines where it's like it's confusing. So they're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that'll be our hashtag. Those were the days.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I gotta do some research.
Yeah,
do some research. But thanks for all your comments because they're kind of all over the place. So, but yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, you're gonna be Abe's. You're gonna be. I was like, you could be Roman star. Be interesting if it was somebody and find somebody black. But then now remember, Abe had a girlfriend which was played by Renee Jones the first time around, and I was thinking that could be their kid together. Trying to figure out where she comes from.
Yeah.
Because of her age, looking at her age, kind of.
And the fact that she is a part of the police force as well.
Yeah, because he dated
Well, okay, well, maybe they want us to think it's Abe, but it's really Roman.
It's Roman and that chick.
Oh, that would be so funny.
No, but she was looking at the iPad about Roman, or
later.
about Abe.
She did later,
Well,
yes.
this is true.
Yeah.
She did later.
Yeah.
So.
Listen, they can dump that and go back to Roman.
See, I do pay
They
attention
can.
sometimes.
You do. And then, of course...
You look up from your pizza rolls.
Every once in a while.
And then, of course, Eduardo. So, of course, we talked a little bit about him already.
Eddie.
So, he already has ties to Salem already. So, he's already in. He got ties to Salem.
Yep.
And it'll be a fascinating character to watch.
I have one issue.
Okay, tell us. Tell us.
What?
We got to trim it. It's got to go.
See, that I know how it feels. Exactly. I don't like that either.
I didn't mind it.
At first, I was like, okay.
tickler.
But then after the whole week, I was like, that's all I look at.
Well, it's so funny. Yeah. Hi, Mark.
That's all I look at. So I don't know. I think eventually we'll go. But yeah. But we also saw more of Adrian and Justin, angry Justin, who is now just the angriest person on the planet.
Okay, here's I have something to admit. From the very beginning, exactly, it's my drum roll here. From the very beginning, I hated Lucas and Adrian together. I called them mucus.
I still do.
I don't anymore.
I do.
Now I'm rooting for them. When Lucas said, you're making a big mistake, you shouldn't be, I was like, I actually kind of agree. I don't like Justin and Adrian together anymore. And I was a huge fan back in the day. I don't really like them together anymore.
I don't dislike them together. I just don't like that he's so angry all of a sudden.
I don't. Right
he's like
now,
Angry Paige.
Yeah, right now I just don't see Adrian with anyone because her and Lucas were not doing it for me.
I wonder if she's on her way out based on the storyline.
Well, they also talked about okay. Everybody tell me this. I know the actress who played their mother, Joe Garrett. I think her name was Joy Garrett's name. I thought Joe died too. So she was like, I'm gonna phone. Thanks, Mom.
I know. I did the same thing. I was like, I thought
God,
she was
talking to heaven.
just the actress that played
just the
her.
actress. I didn't realize she was still alive.
Yeah.
So when Adrian's on the phone talking about breast cancer and all this, I'm like, what are you talking about? So now Adrian's be tested for the BRCA1 gene mutation.
Yeah. I almost said breaker 19.
I know. I was like, I almost said too. But I was just like, I thought she was dead. So I was kind of,
Yeah, and then when she brought that up, it kind of, I was kind of going like, oh my gosh, like I hope it's not one of those storylines where like, what if she does have it and then like it progresses faster and then she's like, she dies of cancer.
Well, they're saying that, I guess, homegirl Kayla was saying, you've had your mammograms already, you seem like you're okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be I can see. We'll see. I almost said Mary Beth Evans. That's the wrong one. Judy Evans is such a great actress. I can see her handling a cancer storyline.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can easily see her doing it. So if they decide to go that direction, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Give her cancer. No.
Yeah.
But I think I want Lucas by her side. This is so funny. I'm now a Lucas Adrian fan.
Well, maybe something will happen and that'll bring them closer together because right now Justin is. I don't know. Their chemistry now is not the same.
Exactly.
It's not the same like it was.
Well, he's just. I mean, I think something that we all like about Justin is that he's always been a nice guy.
A nice,
and like all of a sudden now he's
But
just
he's nice
so,
to Eve.
Yeah.
Like
And they have chemistry.
Yeah.
They have chemistry.
But
really,
we know that that's not gonna.
I know.
I mean, even if it does happen, it's not
Lasting.
long term.
we can still root for it in the meantime.
Well,
Mark.
we can.
Jeez,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Marine
go for
killer.
it. But when
Go for it.
she's gone, don't come crying to me.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
just saying.
Justin, I saw. Because I was so glad for a while they were trying to
Umbilical cord.
Oh, the umbilical cord. You're crowning. I'm crowning. I was happy when they dropped a while back the whole Justin and Hope together. I was like, that's just too weird.
No.
That was too weird.
I didn't mind that.
It was okay.
I
but
didn't mind that.
It was a little weird. But Justin and
Clearly
Eve have
forgotten.
chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't mind that. But again, I think my thing is just that someone besides Bo with Hope. That's
Yeah.
kind of my thing.
Well,
I'll take anybody.
Another super couple that had lots of chemistry was Carolyn and Sean.
And Sean.
And
Sean
now,
Douglas?
Yes, exactly. Her
And now,
grandson.
and now Carolyn is at the Martin Mansion, and
There's a lot of time spent there these days.
Yes.
Well,
Get
they're
ready.
gearing up for the bicentennial,
Right.
But that is the place where Sean is
appearing
and
Nightly.
coming to her.
Nightly.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it kind of scared me when she was just basically like, "Are you preparing me to die? Like, is that why I'm seeing you?"
Right.
Yeah.
Because most people say that right before you die, like those that have passed on, you
Come to
kind of
you.
see them in,
Yeah.
in visions
really?
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
So then I was just like, oh my God, what if they're getting ready to like send their own up?
Send her on up.
I mean, they keep saying there's people that we're going to be devastated that are going to be gone.
Yes.
So what is that?
Nothing for us.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I liked her moment of like,
But Kayla I liked also.
yeah. So it's and then Maggie suggesting that she goes to the hospital just to get checked out.
Yeah.
And then Kayla kind of being honest with her and saying, because she's just like, I want to know.
She goes, "Why am I seeing your dad everywhere?" And it's
Yeah.
like it was a really touching moment, and I
Yeah.
also like that Kayla was just straightforward with her. And she's like, "I don't know, but we'll figure this out together."
Yeah.
Because Karen's a tough old bird.
Yeah.
And Kayla's like, I'm your daughter. I'm the doctor. We're gonna work this out.
Exactly.
Like that.
Well, speaking of working things out, let's get right into our segment. That has been your full recap of this week of days. And now we're going to go into our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is the 3 Snaps
I'm
Award.
scared.
Now, sometimes it's a struggle because
Okay.
there was so much happening this week
Yes,
to
it was.
find the one thing that is worthy of not 1, not 2, but 3 snaps. And I finally found that one thing.
Okay.
And my 3 Snaps Award goes to a very classy lady of days. Mm-hmm. A woman who...
I'm not on days.
I said classy. I said classy. A woman who, no matter what, will uphold her classiness.
Okay.
So my 3 Snaps Award goes to the one and only Dr. Marlena Evans. And this is why.
Oh, okay.
Because although Marlena had a very traumatizing event with the necktie killer,
Yes.
as she laid in the hospital and as she was coming to and Daniel was asking questions just to ensure she was in the right mind,
Yes.
and started with who's the president of the United States? Barack Obama. How old are you? And she said, nice try.
That's what you did say.
And I thought to myself,
That's good.
bravo.
That's good. That's
Bravo.
good.
It was almost my quote of the week.
Yeah, that's why I had to check
I know.
with you because
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Okay.
So Dr. Marlena Evans and her classiness of withholding what all women usually withhold.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is their age. She gets the official 3 Snaps Award.
That's a good one. That's a good. She
Yeah.
did say that. Nice try.
Yeah.
She tried it. As you were saying.
Yeah. Oh,
tried
no,
it.
Daniel definitely tried it because she was laid in that bed like, nice try.
Yeah. That's a good. That was a good one.
was great.
Yes.
All right, and now we're on to Look Who's Related, brought to you by
James Lott Jr.
Hello, everyone. This is my camera. Hi, everybody. So, look who's related. I take two, usually people or things, and show you how they're related. Well, as we get closer to the actual 50th anniversary, I'm going to do some special related ones that relate really to the history and pop culture at large. And this one is very, very interesting, and I love pop culture. The look who's related this time is the Days of Our Lives theme and the pop group The Monkees.
Hey, hey, for the monkeys.
That's right.
People say we're
Monkeying
monkeying around.
around.
Can we get that on that, Marissa? Sorry, we didn't warn you, Marissa.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't warn you we were going to sing. So the Days theme was written by Tommy Boyson and Bobby Hart, and it was also written with Charles Albertine. He came in a little later, but they wrote the theme, and they wrote songs for Andy Williams, Dean Martin, Del Shannon.
They wrote a couple for me too,
and for Mark J Freeman, The Animals.
I didn't sing them live.
No,
they just wrote them for me, and I have them in a binder.
Yeah, you do demos. Yes, exactly. But their biggest success came from writing about 30 songs for the Monkees during their heyday. For those of you guys who are not born or don't remember or need to be fresher, the Monkees were a TV show based on like the Beatles, but a little more goofier and funnier. They're on for like 2 or 3 years. And from 66 to 68, they were the biggest pop group in the world. They had 4 or 5 #1 albums in a row the same year. And so Tommy Boyson and Bobby Hart wrote a lot of the songs. So that was their biggest success. So they went from writing Monkee songs to about a few years later doing the theme to Days of Our Lives.
Wow.
Now, another little side note, Charles Albertine came in to flesh it out a little bit. They told him that they wanted a song that was similar to Sunrise, Sunset from Fiddler on the Roof. So you got to listen to it a little bit and everything, of course. But I thought this was very interesting. So Days of Our Lives theme and the Monkees are related.
Look at that.
Who
would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
Good thunk it.
I mean, I would have thunk it.
You would have thunk it?
'Cause I'm quite intellectual.
Oh.
My mom always said if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
My mom said sit next to me and tell me all about it. So,
On my show!
In front of my fans!
On YouTube!
And now we're going to move on to
we believed in you. We trusted you.
That makes sense to me and Tony only, probably.
Mark, what is the quote of the week?
Well, since you took mine. No, I'm kidding. It was close. I had a 3-way tie for a long, long time this week, and I was just like, oh, which one is it going to be? Which one's it going to be? And then I was going to make it a tie between two people.
A tie.
And then I was like, no, because this is the one. It's always the one that I rewind and listen to again. That kind of is always who it was. And I wasn't intended to be funny.
Oh.
I thought it was absolutely hysterical, and I rewound it and listened to it again because I'm like, did I hear what I just heard? And I hope everybody's sitting down because my quote of the week is going to Daniel.
Ooh.
Talk about a reveal.
Hell just froze over.
Pigs are flying.
Pigs are flying. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So all the people that like all the people that like a hairy-chested doctor, you're happy right now. It pains me to say, but it was very funny. It was when he was talking to John and Marlena, his only scene this week.
You only had one scene.
Where he says, she's going to make a full recovery. She's going to have a hell of a headache and a pretty sore throat, but she's going to be fine.
I did like that. Little sore throat.
So Daniel gets my quote of the week.
Yes.
Look at that.
Dreams
Who
come
knew?
true.
Who would have thought a Jonas would get your quote of the week?
Dreams
This is
come
second
true.
the third Jonas.
Yes.
Well, Maggie's technically not a Jonas.
You
although
do.
she spawned one of them.
You
my
do
God.
like those Jonases, don't
Secretly.
you?
I don't.
Secretly, the red hair.
Joe.
Love it.
Joe Jonas.
All right, well, let's...
Someone goes, Mark, are you okay? Donna Grizzle, Mark, are you okay? And then Jenny's like, cut back on the drinks, Mark.
Well, now let's go into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so the first news and gossip is for Miss Camila Bannis, who we all know just returned as Gabby Hernandez.
Yes.
She has just picked up a role on an FX pilot. Now, this doesn't mean that, it's going to be made just yet. It's just a pilot, so we don't know if FX is going to pick it up. But she's landed a role of Lucia
Villanova?
Villanueva.
Villanueva.
The Spanish person also.
And the FX pilot Snowfall, and she plays the daughter of a successful drug dealer. So Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. FX is a good network, so good.
Yeah, it is. So good for her on
Yes.
that. So that's a little bit of news on that.
And we have some more returns happening on Days of Our Lives, which is so exciting because I love both of these actresses, and I know one of them. Alison Sweeney's coming back, of course, as Samantha Jean.
Yes.
And she'll be back. We don't know for how long or when or what's going on, but she's already filmed, and I know she said she had a great time doing it. And then Nadia's coming back too, but I don't know how long she's staying back either.
I don't know. There's no
Maybe just to get another
I've been reading. I know.
Don't even get me
I
started.
think we saw that either. Nadia is a great actress. They need to use her. So she's coming back too. So there's no air dates yet, but I think she's returning to the set soon.
And there's one more.
And
Look at the photo.
Freddie Smith.
Oh,
okay,
Freddie
I saw it here. Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, well, we know Freddie Smith, of course. Freddie Smith is coming back and finish up and wrap up the storyline with Will, which we all have speculation what the Will storyline is going to be, but no one knows really yet. But he's going to come back and help wrap that storyline up. So we're glad that Freddie's coming back because he's been busy doing other things too. So those are our returns on Days of Our Lives.
And speaking of Alison Sweeney, she had a show on last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
Love on the Air. So if you missed it, I'm sure if you have Apple TV, you can watch it again on there, or I'm sure they'll replay it.
Yeah.
And then she's also on October 25th. She's going. Her series Murder She Baked starts back up again.
She's really working out on
Hallmark Channel.
On Hallmark, she's really working it out there over there.
She is
producing and creating content. And you go on, Allison.
She's good.
Yeah.
Yes, she's good.
Speaking of premieres, little congratulations to Christopher Sean.
Yes. He went to the thing.
He is back on Hawaii Five-0 as the very villain. Gabriel. And that premiered on Friday on CBS.
Sorry, I didn't make it.
Yeah, I
It's
couldn't make it
okay.
either.
Well, Christopher Sean was very nice and invited us to a premiere party for Hawaii Five-0. And he tweeted me this photo, and it kind of makes me wonder.
That's right. I can't see
it.
Like up there, it's kind of. I feel like I always get caught in with these faces.
Yes, that's so funny.
So this is me watching the show, and I'm just obviously just into the show.
Yes.
Was not aware that a photo was being taken.
That is hilarious.
But yeah, so and other people were there, like
saw a bunch of
Melissa
people.
Archer.
Oh, Melissa.
Melanie.
Molly was there.
Yeah, Melody.
With Spencer, who played.
They sent me pictures.
Yes.
Yes.
And I also met James, who plays Joey.
Yes,
and
James Lastovic.
He is very excited about coming on to Dish Days.
Yes.
So yeah.
And so Sal.
And so
Yeah, and so is Sal.
Plays
Yes,
nice.
yes. And because of the help of fans, and thank you, Melissa, for also reaching out to him, Rob Wilson is looking to coming onto the show as well. So we're going to have some guests coming
bring our
in
red
soon.
ties again.
We have some guests. We'll have some guests on here.
Yes, for sure. Now, speaking of returns, we have heard of some exits that are going to happen. We have heard that Cassie DePaiva has been confirmed as exiting as Eve. Sean Christian apparently is leaving as well. And there are rumors that cannot be confirmed or denied.
Nope.
No, it said that he's leaving.
Well, yes, but then Guy Wilson, who plays Will, went on and said Will is not leaving.
Yes,
so
I saw that too.
We're not sure if it's confirmed or not.
I saw he said that. said that.
I don't know.
Weird.
But how are they posting that he's leaving and then he's not?
Listen, don't shoot the messenger, okay?
I'm sorry.
I was like, what is this?
I'm dead.
Paul Revere wasn't killed when he sent the messenger, so don't shoot me.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying. I can only go
I think
by.
someone's lying.
Well, we shall see. So those are the 3 people who are up on the chopping block. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so there are some great opportunities to meet some of your favorite Days of Our Lives stars.
Yes.
And we're going to go through those.
And there's one in a great town, Nashville, and it's through Starstruck Events. We do a lot of things with them, of course, and it's in conjunction with Nashville Cares 5K AIDS Walk. 5K is only like 2 or 3 miles. It's really easy, and it's going to feature Brian DiTillo, Judy Evans, Eric Martzoff, and Christopher Sean. If you want tickets, go to Starstruck Events. Yeah, Nashville.
I've always wanted to go to Nashville.
Me too.
And it's next week. I'm sorry.
This is next week?
It's next week.
Next week, kids. So go to StarstruckEvents.com.
I would totally go to Nashville.
I know, I love Nashville.
I really want to. I need to put that on my vision board.
Yeah. And
I do want to go.
To Nashville.
I don't know.
Nashville's-
There's something about Nashville that
It's a great town. It's a great town.
I have some family, ancestry, born in
Okay.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Well, that's your turn.
So let's talk a little bit about Billy Flynn. Don't we look cute together? I will be in a very near vicinity to this young lad next weekend. I know. On October 3rd and 4th, the Canada event, Flynn at the Falls.
Yes.
So if you have not got a ticket and you're like, oh, should I not? You need to do this.
Yes.
It's going to be so much fun. I will only be there Sunday. I don't leave until like late Saturday night because I got to work. But I'll be there on Sunday for the meet and greet and stuff like that. Okay. And we do have a winner for our meet and greet. She posted a lovely poem about Billy Flynn. So Lynn Hart Turner will be getting 2 tickets to come meet me. Meet Billy. The new Mr. and Mrs. Billy Flynn. You'll get to meet us both. So that will be October 3rd and 4th in Canada. So Lynn Hart Turner, if you are watching or listening on our podcast.
I think she's in right now.
Oh, is she in there? Okay.
I think so.
You need to email Sarah. Thank you, Marissa. Email Sarah at Flynn at the Falls. I do believe Sarah's also in the chat room if you want to put that email in there for her, Sarah, how to contact you. That'd be fantastical. And I'm excited.
Yeah, it's been good. You have a good time.
I haven't traveled in a while either, so
good.
Fun.
And congratulations on that.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm just really worried for
nice
Billy.
To be asked. You what?
I'm really worried for Billy.
Well, last time you were worried for Billy, and then you turned it on and you were worried for me. So I think you should be more worried for me.
All right, so,
I'm gonna turn into him like eating my sours. I'm trying to lose weight and I'm gaining weight because I'm so nervous.
So we have another fan event happening the weekend of October 16th, which is the Dual Coast fan event in Boston. I will be hosting the event, and it just so happens that our very own James Lott Jr. will be there as well.
The Chocolate Twins.
The Chocolate Twins will be terrorizing Boston.
Yes, we will.
I've always wanted to go to Boston too.
We tried to convince you to come to Boston.
I just don't know if I can get away again.
Well, figure it out.
Figure it out. We're gonna get
But if I go to, here's the thing: if I go to Boston on a Saturday night to get there, your thing's on Sunday.
No, it's on Saturday.
Oh, well, I can't go then.
Stupid. So
I gotta work. I'm a working lady.
If you would like to go, and
not on the streets. Before you right into the chat room.
We only got like 2 more minutes. It's not about you.
I don't have a clock. I don't know.
So if you guys want to meet Rob Wilson, Galen Garing, Christopher Sean, Freddie Smith, Billy Flynn, and Eric Martzoff, along with myself and James Lott Jr., make sure you go to dualcoastevents.com. Tickets are on sale. It's happening October 17th, and I really hope to see you there.
Yes, come. It's gonna be a good time.
Yes, and one more event that's happening.
Star Canada events. Well, because for our Canada fans, we'll feature Greg Vaughn and Chandler Massey, 2 great people, in Toronto on October 24th. For details and tickets, go to starcanadaevents.com.
And if you guys don't know already, the 50 Years of Days book will be out. Greg Ming, who is the co-executive producer, has produced another book full of wonderful memories for the past 50 years of Days of Our Lives. And you guys have an opportunity to pre-order the book right now. But also, they will be doing a multi-book tour. So we're going to include the link.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And
the first one is in LA.
In LA on October 25th. Yeah. So hopefully...
what day of the week is that?
That is actually a Sunday. So hopefully, if we get there early...
broadcast live.
I thought about
we do live from there, but we can maybe tape there and then post later.
Yeah. So maybe if we get there early, we can come and do our show at 4.
What time is that at?
It's at 2.
At 2
in LA.
We're not gonna make it.
It'll be real close. We got to get there like noon and then be the first ones to be like, hey, okay, gotta go back. And then gotta go. Right. So we're going to include the link of all the cities that they're going to be in our description. So make sure you guys check that out. Shout out to, I just saw that there were like 108 people watching us live.
What?
So thank you guys so much. And
maybe it's the earlier time.
Maybe. Yes. And also shout out to you guys for helping us have not 1, not 2, but 3 of our videos reach over 10,000 views.
But who was the first to reach 10,000?
That would be Billy Flynn.
And I still think he's the highest. I check regularly, but I still think he's the highest.
So it's Billy Flynn. It's our
Cassie and Mike.
Cassie and Michael Fairman. And then Melissa Archer.
So, and Chandler's Spotlight On is very close.
Very close too.
Very close as well.
So thank you for that. And then one more giveaway. We have a winner for the prize pack that has been listed on our Facebook page and Instagram. And James Lott Jr., you have that winner.
Yes, I do. And congratulations to you. And I'm going to try to make sure I don't butcher this name. Veronica Anguiano. You are the winner of the prize package. Veronica Anguiano. Thank you.
Congrats.
Yes.
Hashtag congrats.
Congrats. So they should probably message us?
We'll message us or we'll message you and we'll make sure that
or
we
meet
get
me
that
in
to
Niagara
you.
Falls.
Oh, well, if you're in Niagara Falls, then yeah. And that is it. That has been your full recap of Days of Our Lives.
In the new NoHo Studios.
Right. Where can they find you?
The Yes Ho in NoHo. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, or on Facebook / the Mark J Freeman.
You can find me at Black Hope LA on Twitter. It's BLAKHOPELA on Twitter. James Lott Jr. on Facebook. And stay tuned if you're a GH fan, the GH Report.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Edition Days. And stay tuned. Right after this, we have the brand new show, the GH Report.
GH.
So stay tuned. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.